Look at him.
Look at him, he's stealing blunts.
Nigga, it's on cigarette.
For the victory lap though. Whoa, whoa. They ain't never seen nothing like this before. Lit the room when I came through the front door. Ask me if I should overcome. What for? Train in the trees, please pardon my sycamore. Touch burning sands, cross lands and stormy shore seasons in the year, yeah. Ain't no channel for champions and chain no fear. Yup, the champ is here. Switch gears, we keeping hitters in the rear.
Yeah, this video is wild. This video is wild.
This is I ain't even know I ain't heard about this shit or nothing, bro. But like I just like so Cole just sent me this video, and that was literally it, right? So we gonna react to this video. The title
Yeah, I saw this on Brandon Tatum's
Officer Tatum, I
page.
follow him too, right? You know what I'm saying? But literally the video's name is "Why Is It Always People of Color Doing This?" Right? So that's what we got, bro. So we gonna react to this
one. Look at this mess. This video is brought to you by the Officer Tatum store. The Officer Tatum store. Get the merch link in the description section. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, we have $9 t-shirts, $14 hoodies. They're selling out, so you better get the remaining of them. You'll never see that sale again. The book is here. All the new merch is out right now, and I'm going to give you a 20% off discount. All you have to do is put in Adam 2024. Don't worry about what Adam 2024 means. Just know that you put in Adam 2024, you get 20% off the entire store. That includes my book. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you can get notifications anytime I go live. I make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to this channel. Like this video. Comment on this video. Share this video. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, I had to do a video about this scenario. Out in LA, people are going crazy. They're losing their salvation as we speak. And this is what happens when you do not have a system in place where police officers are empowered and people in the criminal justice system will hold suspects accountable. Look at this mess.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
I'm going to show you the video where they break it and mob into the store and just steal everything. Now, I want something to be very, very clear. Look at the people who are in this video. Look at the ethnicity and the demographic that's doing stuff like this in the community that they're doing it in. Because the reason why I say this is because people cry all day long about the white man this, about the white man that, about these people are hurting our community. These people are hurting our community. No, you're hurting your own community. The uncivilized behavior of certain people in communities are the reason why communities are stuck in poverty, the reason why businesses are going out, the reason there's no opportunities, and people complain on a consistent basis. So let's look at the film so I can show y'all what I'm talking about. Roll the clip. They just run in the store and steal everything. Look at him.
Look at him, he's stealing blunts.
Nigga, it's on cigarettos.
Yeah, he's doing blunts.
Lawlessness.
Yeah, you gotta be ready to roll.
Nobody's going to jail over this, just so you know. Look at him videotaping it. I mean, this is just degeneracy. People are rooted in degeneracy. You can't fix this stuff. There's no amount of legislation. There's no amount of nothing. This is a heart and a parenting issue. This is when you have a place where single mamas and all this other stuff, people that haven't got no daddy, all of that is compiled into a crescendo of behavior that occurs in these inner city communities. Look at the way they're acting. These people are uncivilized.
None of that civil disobedience in my town. Thank you very much.
Females in there too. That's crazy.
Yeah, I ain't surprised.
And the cops ain't gonna do nothing. They are MIA, nowhere to be found. They want them defunded. And then when they catch these people, nothing is gonna happen.
Nope.
But if you're a person and you own that store, you've just lost, I don't know, several $1,000s worth of merch and probably had damage that occurred in your business. Is the government going to help you out?
Nope.
Is somebody going to give you refunds for that money? No, they're not.
Nope.
You are going to have to dip into your insurance, loss prevention insurance, or if you have loss prevention budget, you got to then dip into your budget. But the government want to regulate your business. And the government want to tell you what you can pay. The government want to tell you what you can set up. The government wants sales tax, but then they don't protect you at all. When criminals go in there, and the government has a responsibility to protect your business, protect property, people and property. That's what the government's supposed to be doing with the tax money that you pay in the police and the tax money that you have to pay them and all of the above. But they don't help you. And these people that get caught, they're going to let them out again, give them a slap on the wrist, and they're going to flash mob anywhere else that they want to do.
Yeah.
We've seen this time and time again. We have seen a rush. I think it's almost a culture now of smash and grabs. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too young to realize I haven't seen this type of behavior as consistently than when they started in 2020.
Well, you know what?
After George Floyd, you see people consistently break.
I'm gonna pause real quick too, because let's be real. The last time we really saw some shit like this happen was like during like the LA and the Watts riots and shit, right? So that's like the biggest thing for that, right? So now the reason why this is happening is because they defunded the police out, you know what I'm saying, like out west and shit, like for like Cali, like they were one of the first ones to really do it. And I remember I was talking to like a super hardcore, like, you know, feminist and LGBTQ plus, you know what I'm saying, rainbow color, whatever fuck, right? It was like, yeah, because they already tried it now and they're doing it right now too. And I'm just like, this is exactly what the fuck I'm talking about right now. Like this right here should, I think it was in Jordan Peterson's book. He once wrote, it was a question, right? He said, are people inherently good or people inherently bad, right? And the reality situation is that why do you lock your doors in America? Right?
People won't run them try to rob you.
Exactly, right? Why do you lock your doors in America? The main reason why you lock your doors, right, it's not because you think everybody's going to try to run up in your house, right? You think it's because of that 1% that will try to rob your house, right? Now, you flip it, but the main reason why people don't try to rob, rape, kill, or whatever is because they're afraid of the repercussions. I'm not saying everybody's going to be rapists. I'm not saying everybody's going to be a murderer, right? There's like stuff that they're more morally okay with, like stealing or something like that, right? Especially if you don't have as much. Yeah, like if there was no fear or repercussions of going to jail, they would 100% do it. And this is illustrated beautifully in this video because they know nothing's going to happen to them. So they ran up in these motherfuckers and like straight up just like ransacked that shit. And nobody fucking helped them. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, bro.
In the law because they know there's no recourse. Police can search for these people all they want. They're never going to find them. And if they find them, the DA is not going to do anything relevant with them. They'll slap them on the wrist with a misdemeanor charge, if that. If the store owner even want to prosecute. If the store owner prosecute people, there may be retaliation and the cops ain't there to save you. This is a problem, ladies and gentlemen. And people don't want to talk about it, so I'm talking about it. They need to get this stuff lined up so we can have better communities. And if they don't, let their communities go to crap and let them blame everybody else but themselves. That's it. That's it. Don't blame the white man this time. You're destroying your own community. Like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.
All right. So let me ask you this question, right? So this is where I get what Brandon's saying. This is where I don't necessarily disagree, but I'm just like ignorant and maybe I don't know. Maybe you can help me out with this or something in the chat, right?
I got you.
So yeah, we all know that like people in like inner city communities do that. We see it. We've been seeing it like heavy lately. And to your point, we've seen it in the 90s and in the 80s, and we've seen it throughout like the last 50 years at different times of like unrest or whatever, right?
Sorry.
Why is it we don't see it like so like in the Midwest where you got like a lot of like people on like heroin or juiced up on whatever shit, right? Like you don't see like. At least I haven't seen like groups of white people who are like don't have money, who are in similar economic situations, do stuff like that. Like I just don't understand like why is that like because to me it's like you had like there's like you're both poor, but to me that seems like more of a mentality thing, or you believe that okay, I don't see anything wrong with going to rob my own people's store, right? Or maybe going to rob the Indian man store or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand the different like why is that like a at least what I see. Like what do you think about that?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Well, you look at it, especially proximity, is everything, right? So the number of poor people like around like in the Midwest, right? As compared to the number of like Black and Latinos who are on like the West Coast, like when you look at it, like how many people per square foot, it's not
Square mile, yeah.
Yeah, it's like sorry about that, like, not even close, right? So you go to Midwest, it's like are there poor people? Absolutely, right? But nowhere near as many. And even then, there's not like a whole bunch of liquor stores or stuff like that or whatever, right? That, number one, that they will be able to because they know every fucking body. They know
That's
every
true.
fucking body, right? So they go to a local store. It's Bob's local grocery store, whatever, right? So it's like, oh, cool. If I do this, I'm robbing Bob. But then on top of that, Bob got a shotgun behind the counter. I've never met now one single country white boy who didn't have a gun on him like at all fucking times, bro. For real, dead ass, bro. Like I'm like I'm like anybody. I joke around. I live in the countryside now. I feel bad for anybody that try to rob one of the people in my damn street. I'm like they gonna fucking kill you, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they waiting for somebody to dump up on their house. Fuck out of here, yo. No, absolutely not. So I definitely think that plays a huge role in it. If I'm being 100% honest.
Yeah, that makes sense because like I've always been like because to me it's like I don't want to like I get what he's saying, but I wouldn't say it's race specific because I don't think any race is like inherently like sees the world differently. I think they're the things they've experienced and how they've like passed on customs, traditions, and ways of thinking will dictate how they handle situations. Because like to me, like there's like I'm sure there's groups of white people in different countries, different places who have that same mentality. They will do crazy shit like that, but it's not because they're white. It's because of the way they were raised or whatever. Or to your point, and if they're in a more densely populated area, then they're probably more likely to maybe do that. They can coordinate, right?
Yeah, of course.
For shit like that to happen, they had to be on Reddit or some type of like website on the dark web. You had to coordinate that shit. There's no way you got that many people at the same 7-Eleven, the same, and Black people, we don't show up on time and work together like that.
We don't.
You get that many people to work together to go do that. That shit was coordinated, which is amazing, right? If you think about it, why couldn't y'all go do like I don't know, give fucking turkeys to the community? You all got together to go rob the store, but you didn't want to go do nothing positive. It's crazy to me. Just crazy.
Yeah, nah, it really is though. I ain't even front that. I was like, it's mad wild to me. I even when I'm watching that video too, bro, like them niggas jumping up the fucking counter. You see the nigga like he.
Yeah, it was wild. It was just like, what y'all? And that's my thing too, right? So when they coordinate these things, why does it seem like they don't coordinate? Like they coordinate to go rob the place, but they don't coordinate an approach to get the most stuff. Because you got people doing different things. There's not this mentality. Okay, yo, you got beer, I got cigarettes, I got chips. You know what I'm saying? It's like because you should be like having people lined up, passing the shit along, and then someone in the truck putting it in the truck. You know what I mean? Like if you don't go rob places with an intent. They just look like, oh, the door was open, let's go rob the place. You know what I mean? It just didn't seem well thought out. Yeah. Not to mention, they ain't wearing no mask. But I guess to Brandon's point, there's no consequences. But I mean, just like it's gotten so bad now, people ain't wearing masks to robberies.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, bro.
That's lazy. That's lazy. That's some lazy criminals.